And here it is. We finally got our first significant amount of snow. The kitties are happy and cozy. They're even getting out of their warm bin. And let's take a quick walk out to see how things are doing in this beautiful snow. Try to remove as much snow as possible on the walkway and the driveway here, because when that sun's out, it heats it up and makes it nice for walking about. There's my raised bed. We'll see how that smart pot holds up. The pond's out there. When the kids were younger, we would always clear that and do some ice skating, but not so much these days. We're busy doing other things. Heading out to the dome, there's my limelight shrubs in the wintertime. So pretty. I think the structures look so pretty in the snow. Way back there's my vegetable garden. And look at the beautiful white pine tree. It's beautiful in the wintertime. Blue skies. It's a really pretty day. Hard to believe it's 20 degrees out. I'm still a little nervous to step off of the driveway, remembering last year before my husband added the topsoil to level the landscape up to the driveway. There was quite a drop there, but now it's leveled, and here we go. Let's see. Yay! Let's see how much snow we got. Oh, not too bad. I'm guessing we got about 5 to maybe 6 inches. If you're familiar with snow and living up in the north, you know it's pretty cold out because this snow is not packing and it's staying nice and fluffy. It's so pretty. And there's the destination. I feel like I walked a mile, and definitely not a straight one. I'm not seeing any tracks like I do when I come out in the other direction. That's just where the puddles were. But the other direction, I usually see bunny tracks and, of course, deer. Lots of deer track lately. Here we go. I can't wait. It's going to be so cozy warm in there. Whatever amount of snow we got was just perfect because I love how it's covered a lot of my perennials out here, which is really going to protect them when that bitter cold arrives in the next week here. And boy, that snow really stuck to the north side of the structure. I always like to give a good walk around to make sure everything's looking like it should. I like seeing the snow on the north side. That'll help with a little bit of insulation with the cold days coming. And I check the bottom here to make sure nothing's burrowing underneath. A couple years ago in February, I had a problem with a mole that got in. There I am. Ah. Plenty of icicles hanging down off of the structure. And here we go. It's always exciting to walk into the dome. Watch out. Here we go. Oh, it feels so good. I wish you could feel the humidity and the warmth in here. It is definitely close to 70 in here. It's got to be. And look at how the snow is sticking to the top. But the south wall has melted for the most part. I'm a little embarrassed. I haven't done much housekeeping out here. I've been so busy indoors with the new puppy and so on. And look at the temperature. I really need to spend more time out here. It makes me feel so good out in the sunshine. I'm going to go ahead and take this rake and gently push on the panels facing the south that still have a good amount of snow on it. Not because I'm worried about it coming through or breaking this covering or the frame of the structure. I'm not worried about that at all. I want the sunshine to come in. I need every little bit of sunshine coming in on the south facing area to just get absorbed by the stones and the rocks in here. Stones, rocks, same thing. Pebbles, containers of soil, bricks, the water. All that is going to suck up as much sunshine as you can let in. So here we go. It's pretty though. Isn't it pretty? It's funny how in the winter time in the dome here in Ohio, it's really a lot of fun to do some cleanup, garden cleanup. I'm going to take all this pruning and deadheading that I've pulled out of the garden that's growing directly in the ground here in the dome, and I'm going to put it in a black container to let it break down. That will also help hold in some heat as well, believe it or not. Over here, I've got a little container of parsley that's doing really well in the container, but it's doing even better over on the south side here in the greenhouse, the dome, right in the ground. Look at this parsley. It's just going nuts down here. So I'm going to go ahead and do a little planting today. It's amazing how the soil and just moving it around and being in the sunshine, it just makes me feel so much better. Winter doesn't seem so bad anymore like it used to. You know, before I used to grow like this, it's a really great experience. I wish everyone could enjoy it. So I'm going to go ahead and gently squeeze the container to get this parsley out. And I'm also going to have to break the soil around the bottom a little. There we go. So those roots can just spread out right here, right in the ground here in the dome. Parsley does really well in the winter time out here. I also have a couple of packs of pansies left that were sitting on my back window box all the way till December. They made it through a couple of frosts up in the window box, and I went ahead and brought them out here to the dome, and they've been doing well. I'm going to plant them around this citrus container I have here just to give it a little color until the leaves start popping on my citrus here. As long as that sun's out, the temperatures in mid-January through February are a lot like our early spring outside, meaning it can get up to 60 to 75 sometimes during the day, and at night, because I've got a heater in here, it doesn't drop below 45. I add a little bit of calcium fertilizer to the soil of the citrus plants that I have. This one right here I've had, since 2008, I think, is when I was gifted this lime citrus here, and the calcium works great. I'm just chucking some soil around. It's kind of fun considering there's 6 inches of snow outside. Soon I'll start to see little shoots of green coming out of the bark of the citrus here. And these pansies are going to provide some pretty color while we wait for that to happen. Here's one of the tropical hibiscus I have in the dome here on the south wall. And there's sunset. It's coming too quick. This is a trailing jade. It does really well in the dome. I've had this. I moved it from my greenhouse out to the dome years ago. And can you guess what that is? Rosemary. I wish you could smell it. And below the rosemary is a succulent plant growing with that parsley. It's doing really well. Another medium I love using in the dome to hold energy, hold heat in, is straw bales. I've been using straw bales, since the first winter growing in the dome. This one's been sitting by the door since last winter, and look at it. Look what it does. It starts to break down and becomes a really great compost. See the bottoms of this? So I'm going to open this up and spread it around by the door where it's gotten really muddy. I've got mulch and soil by the door here. I like spreading the straw around because it not only helps absorb any extra snow that's melting from our feet when you come into the dome right here, it also helps hold some heat in as well. Here are a few of the plants that are growing in this winter garden with little to no maintenance. We have some serious low temperatures on the way. I'm talking record-breaking lows. So in the next video from the dome greenhouse, I hope to share how we are going to add some extra protection to help keep the heat in this winter garden. The sun is getting lower after 5 p.m. Eastern time here, almost time for sunset. As you can see, some of the ice and snow has slid off the north-facing panels of the covering. It's time to say goodnight to everyone in the dome so I can head indoors and start some dinner. The cactus are doing all well, and the koi pond is more active than it has been over the years after adding rocks and a new pump to that area. I would have liked to have spread some seeds in this area of the dome with some arugula and lettuce, but that will have to wait till another day. It's awesome to have this nice little bouquet of kale and parsley, rose, and geranium to take into the house. I'm going to tuck it under my coat because it's pretty darn cold out there. Thanks for joining me today inside my winter garden here in the greenhouse dome. I hope you'll check out my website at brenhaas.com where you'll find more information about the dome. If you're on YouTube, please subscribe to my channel. I'm easy to find at Bren Haas. Also on social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Just put my name in the search bar and you'll find me and more about my growing year-round. It's a nice brisk walk back to the house. Thanks for joining me. Wait till you see who is waiting for me all cozy warm inside the house. Can you guess? Hi. Hi, I brought your flowers. Do you need to go potty?